Is up, guys? It is Uncle Bob, and welcome to the channel. Welcome back, guys. Happy Friday. We are back for Advanced Wars. It is Saturday. I got my last glass of whiskey right here sitting with me. We are getting ready for Max Strike Mission 4. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do as far as mission selection. And since I want to inevitably beat every mission nicely, uh, sick baseline, I think what I'm going to do on this replay is I'm going to play through all of the exact missions that I played. Uh, do I have my other phone with me? It is there. I'm going to play through all of the missions that I did last time, so that way I can make sure that I play in this playthrough every mission in the game. Let's see. Let's turn off the engine. And let's turn on the heated seats. But yeah, so I'm going to do Max Strikes today, since that was the mission that I did last time. And this is going to ensure that, now supposedly, I don't know if this is true, this is what I've been told, is that when I beat the game, I will be able to access all of the missions that I had not been able to do before. So I'm hoping that that means I'm able to, this mission right here. I'm hoping I'm ready. I'll be able to play the Andy mission once this is said and done. Like, after the playthrough meeting. So I'm hoping. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping. But yeah, how's everyone doing today? Hope everyone who finds this is hope everyone that finds this is having a good Saturday night. I'm definitely about an hour and some change late, because I I posted it on the channel here. I took the kids to a pumpkin farm where at night, once the sun goes down, they do like a big light show that you can tell is also part of their Christmas light show, because there were a lot of areas where there wasn't just Halloween decorations. There would be like scarecrows with knives next to polar bears in certain spots. There was like some lights that were of like very clearly Christmas penguins, like singing and just doing light show things, saying they had some minions with Santa hats on. So yeah, you could tell that this whole area was actually a part of their Christmas light show as well. But listen, I don't give a fuck. I just enjoy the fact that there are pretty lights, and I took me some marijuanas, and it was a nice little drive. I didn't mind it at all. And this one had a uh once you got to the end of probably like a 10-15 minute drive, you would pull into where you could see this, like, obviously I don't think there's anything on the inside, but it looks like a castle. And you pull up into different parking spots, and they just have this whole light show, Disney style, on the front of the castle. And it was really cool. The kids loved it. That was obviously the whole reason I took them. And we had some extra fun because I didn't even think about it because I'm not used to having one. But we saw the car next to us. There was a kid standing on the center console, standing with his head outside of the sunroof, and was recording the light show on the castle. And it had made me realize, oh shit, I have a sunroof. So both of my kids got to kind of look out the roof and just kind of just have them some Halloween fun. It wasn't like a haunted trail where there were people in costumes jumping out or anything like that. It was just purely just a light show, which is fine for me because I've been to haunted houses ever since I was a kid. They're not scary. I'm sorry, they're just not. No one's scared of fucking haunted houses, so I'd rather just have a light show. It's funny taking we took our kids to a pumpkin patch a couple weeks ago, and there was a haunted house there, and it was hilarious because my daughter is at an age where she's just spooked out of her mind and doesn't want to be in there. Like, she wanted to be in there, but then she also wanted to like do like the mall cop jog to get out of there. My son, on the other hand, is just looking at like he recognizes that it's not really, at least in a place like at a pumpkin patch, it's not really a haunted house because there's nobody in costumes or anything. It's just decorations and animatronics. So my son's just sitting there for an inordinate amount of time, just just scoping it out, just having fun. Sorry if these headphones might be a little bit staticky. Do I have my? I believe I got my new Skull Candies right here. I can open up my. I had gotten myself a pair of headphones because my old ones, one of the headphones was starting to go out. So I was like, that's usually a sign that it is time. So I went and bought myself a new pair, and for what ended up being a surprise, I was not expecting the extra gaming segment I had yesterday. I was not expecting that to be the finale of Castlevania. I was actually so surprised that I managed to beat that game last night. But no, I had noticed that when I was listening to the footage that it was extra staticky with these headphones in. So, unfortunately, these ones just may not be the ones. If I could get these other headphones open, for fuck's sake. Ah! So yeah, if these are extra staticky right now, I apologize. That will be taken care of soon. As soon as my bitch fingers are able to open up this fucking case. What the fuck? Alright, we're going to use our keys to... Maybe we won't. Hopefully everyone's doing all right tonight. Hopefully everyone's chilling. Ah, ha, 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 ha. I win. Your headphones are now belong to us. Ooh. Good thing the keys didn't fall in the whiskey. I'm going to have to adjust the volume because Skull Candies are usually much higher on the volume, meaning I have to turn my actual volume, like the master volume, I got to turn it down way low. This one from full volume, these headphones, I only have to have them turned down like 6 notches from full volume. Skull Candies, you got to have them almost on like the lowest volume setting they come in. Granted, in my ears, it's actually pretty comfortable. Like, the music's not too soft, which is good. All right, one sec. I could have sworn I had God, my volume must have been unlistenable a second ago. Jesus. All right. We got the skull candies. Everything is back to as it should be. New skull candies were good, fam. I'm probably going to have these headphones be exclusively recording headphones, and then these other new headphones I have can be my general use headphones, especially while I'm at work, because my cord is always getting yanked out of the dongle or the socket or whatever. So I'd like to have a pair of headphones this just for recording. But yeah, I'm kind of debating when this is done. Maybe. It depends on how long this mission takes. Because, I'm about to start the mission here in about 4 minutes. Now that everybody who is here and tuned in has left, because they've gotten bored of me talking, in about 4 minutes we'll get started. I always like to hang around for a few minutes before I get started. Gotta get in the groove. But yeah, depending on how long this mission takes, I may try to play and beat all of Castlevania The Adventure in one sitting, start to finish. I would like to do that. Especially because yesterday I managed to get to all through stage 4, I think without dying. I think I got through that all in one life. So I'm pretty confident that if I could do it then, I could do it now. That seems to be the only way to get comments to pop up is to flip my screen, which is weird. Oh well. One day I will have an audience with which I can communicate and have fun. But yeah, we're going to do max strikes today. And hopefully, if what I read is true, and that after I beat the campaign, all of the missions on the branching paths that I did not take will become available to me. I'm hoping I can just go through and do all of those after that. Because my goal is obviously to play Rivals, which is supposed to be the hardest map in the game that you can only get once you have beaten all the other missions. So that'll have me going through all the rest of them. And at least for now, I don't know a better way to ensure that than to just, I already said I'm replaying Advance Wars. I might as well make it a full replay and replay the exact missions I did to get here. Oh no! I apologize about the static. Woo! Unfortunately, when you get new headphones, they gotta get like broken in a little bit. They're a little, I don't want to say they're stiff, but like stiff is the best word to use for it. They're a little stiff. You gotta get them broken in. That's just these aren't going to be my everyday usage ones. That might take a little bit longer to do. But, oh well. Let's take ourselves a couple drags of completely legal herbal plantage in the state of Illinois. I gotta buy some more. There it is. What is going on? I don't know, but I'm putting my phone on Do Not Disturb. I apologize if that's making anybody's ears bleed. I can't wait. Tomorrow I'm going to take the kids to actually, it's like an amusement park that my girlfriend worked at during the summer they have like a little bit of fall time activity going on. You know, all their rides are going to be up and going, so I'm going to take the kids there. Get to ride some roller coasters and some other rides. Hopefully that means I can do some spinny rides, because, you know, I can do the most intense roller coasters in the world. Bro, you put me on one carnival spinny ride, I turn into a bitch. Straight up. Just Gina McGinestein is what happens. It's not fun. But that usually has a lot to do with the heat and humidity. I'm hoping on a day where it's actually kind of cool, that instead of needing like 30 minutes in between, I can deal with like 20. You know, just take off a little third of it. That would be nice. Because I would like to ride a lot more of those rides with my kids. Luckily, the way it ends up going is my daughter takes, or my son and my girl, they go on rides together. And since my daughter's not tall enough for a lot of those real nasty spinny rides, I can just take her to all the super kiddie rides. But, all right, it has been long enough. Let us start with Max Strikes. Sorry to keep you waiting. Who are you? I'm Max, a CO in the Orange Star Army. I was ordered to join you and Jackal, so here I am. A new CO, huh? What's so special about you? I'm built like a gorilla. You get right to the point, don't you, pal? I'm the king of direct combat. Need someone to mix it up? I'm the best. When I really get rolling, Max Force boosts my firepower even higher. Cool. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but why focus on the negatives, right? Hey, Jackal, it's time to choose a CO for the next battle. Use the control pad and make your selection. As I said, I'm going to go with Max, because that was the one I did last time, and I want to replay through all the missions. So I will come back to Andy's at a future date. I want to check this place out. All right. This route looks tough. Here I go. And both of them reverse Olaf. Last time I got an A. Mission 1, 2, and 3, I all got Bs. 1 and 2, I managed to get A's this time. But Mission 3, I ended up getting a B in both runs. Well, Max, you're here to help too? How are you doing now? Now that I'm here, what's the kid gonna do? Oh, Max, you haven't changed a bit. I must tell you, Andy's quite a capable CO. If you're not careful, he may pass you up. See you later. Good luck. All right. Battlefield seen and looked at. All right. What is... Oh, boy's got a shit ton of battleships over here. All right. Where does your range stretch from? Nope. One more. Because I know no one can hit me here, so I might as well take advantage of it. Because, yeah, you cannot, and you definitely cannot. And then you go kitty corner to that. And Max, obviously, being the direct combat specialist, sucks eggs when it comes to indirect, but it's not like I'm going to let that stop me. Just because you have a weakened something, don't mean that I'm not going to use it. Obviously, less so. But I'm still going to have my indirect combat units huddled up behind, because that is A necessity for me. Do I even want to use this lander? Can you hit me? No. All I need to know. Bash him. Yar. Yar. Do enough damage, not take much at all back. That's perfect. Beautiful. That's exactly where I want you. I should have gone one more. Just going to have to keep an eye on what everyone can do and by how much. All right, let's turn my screen on. I'm done doing my camera. I'm done doing what are only illegal activities in certain states. In my state, 100% legal. All right. Everyone is as set up as they're going to be. Gaze upon my beautiful army. Orange Star may match me in numbers, but I have so much more attack power. He didn't say attack power. He just said power. But you're not very well balanced. What if the enemy sends its subs under? That'll stop you cold. Battleships at sea. Bombers in the air. Is there anything more I need? Where do you have bombers? As long as you're happy, boss. I love grit. Having worked for UPS for what now? 6 years? I feel that right there. Ooh. That is very rude. I didn't think this was going to be how they were going to do things. Oh, que pussy! Que pussy. All right, smack him. This is... All right, might as well get rid of one. Bye, sir. Severely weaken another. I can only take one at full blast. Ooh, next turn, you're fucked, buddy. Okay, how do I want to run this? Oh, please take him out. Please take him out. Yeah! All right. Start capturing. Start capturing. Okay, might as well. I don't see anything wrong with this. Kablooey. Um... Please, 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 please. Ah! Got him. Got him, bitch. Do 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 do. 141. Brutal. Fucking brutal, man. I love it. Alright, let's... Alright, I guess just entertain yourself. Bro, no wonder I got an A last time. This... Max is my kind of character. Just fucking big guns, big fun. That's super cute that you could do that. That's super awesome. Ah, but that extra fucking direct combat defense. Okay, I guess it didn't matter. I guess it didn't matter. Oh, well. Unfortunately for you, this will not save the ass beatery that's coming. Oh, no! No! I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that. Ugh. I ended my turn. I'm gonna get a lower score just for being fucking dumb. I'm not gonna be able to take out that one battleship. The amount of grace Olaf needs to do damage to me. I need to fuck up an entire turn for this guy to have the remotest of chances of doing anything. All right. I can't believe that one turn messing that up ruined everything. God, I'm so dumb. Okay, that's perfect. That should send him packing. Cool. Get rid of their medium tank. Oh, sexy. Sexy. If I'm going to do 81 damage, I might as well take almost none in return. What do you have in you? Okay. This is going to do no damage, but fuck it. Take him down to 1. Take him down to 1. Take everything that he's worth. Go ahead. Make it snow, stupid. I don't give a fuck. It's not like mobility is on my #1 list right now. Okay. Cool, bro. Cool. That does suck a little bit. That does suck a little bit. Won't lie. Okay, I'm slightly convinced that you're retarded. Take that, Olaf, you fucking jackass. Okay, blow him away. Bow. Bro, do it. Do it, bro. Do it, bro. Fucking pussy. You needed me to skip an entire turn by mistake to even come close. And in the end, it didn't even matter. All right, the other battleship's about to fuck someone up, though. That battleship, yeah, these guys are not about to do good. And that is not basically, that is it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh, yeah, he was right on the edge anyway. And that is the end of his fighting force. That is all of it right there. Cool. Start him off weaker than me when he wants to. No, I'm hitting up on the pad. Why? Why? What in the fucking nonsense is this? Oh, what you gonna do now, stupid? Fucking dumbass. What are you gonna do now? God, I made this map so much harder for myself than it needed to be. I lost so much more units than I needed to, all because I ended one turn when I shouldn't have. That was a recipe for disaster. Ah. Turn more of that shit colors and victory. Buana, 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 buana. How's that? What do you think of that power? Cool. There's no way I could do that much damage. Yeah, that's right. As long as I didn't use my indirect units, that is. Oh, you. Hey, listen. I used my long range shit until I lost it. Like an asshole. That's exactly right. Max doesn't use indirect combat units because he's damn. And your range of fire is small too. That's life threatening, isn't it? I'll do just fine without relying on those units. Listen, just because it's not my forte does not mean I'm not going to use it. Yeah, no, I definitely, I don't know how I did the last mission, but skipping that turn the way that I did and ending it, yeah, that's a B right there. That was definitely not how it was supposed to go. Again, I will find it funny that is exactly what Olaf needed in order to even stand a ghost of a chance. All right, next one is going to be against Grit. I don't know who's going to be the All right, yeah. Good at save, just wanted to make sure. Can I buy any more War Room maps? I just want to buy these as soon as possible for really no reason at all. It's not like there's a rush to do it. All right, whatever. Don't be talking about my girl Sammy like that. War Room. Terra Maw is the next one that I need. And I will definitely be able to get that with the next one. Egg Islands, which will be a map I do against... Oh, excuse me, Drake. Cool. All right, so the next ones... I got 5 more of those to buy, which is not that much. I did buy a couple of these. I think you start off with 10. I think. I don't know for sure. But I definitely know that I definitely think I bought at least one of them before, but this will be an interesting map. Supposedly, those are supposed to be harder than the actual game maps overall, which I don't know to be true or not. But, you know, I guess I'd find that out at some point. I can turn the camera off. If you're the person who just popped in, unfortunately, I am done with the map. I'm just going to be chilling for a little bit. So if you want, rewind, and you can watch me miss an entire turn, because I went to go use my commanding officer's CO power, and instead, I just ended my turn, and it gave the enemy way more chance. Olaf should not have stood a chance, but instead, I gave him one. But, you know, I win in the end. I've had 2 maps that I've managed to do better than my original run. This is the first map I've done where I definitely, for suredly, did worse. But, you know, I won in the end. That's all that matters. That's all that ever matters, is that I win. And it's nice because I also do have the benefit of knowing that the last time I played this, I was definitely sober. So the fact that 2 out of the 4 maps I did better, and it took me making a catastrophic mistake to end up doing worse, I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good on my Winston Churchill game. I feel like I am living up to my own expectations. Next time I will be playing Mission 5. I don't know what mission that is. Clearly it's one that is against Grit, which, you know, the way Nell was talking, it makes me definitely think that I was, or that I'm going to be, you know, since she was highlighting the fact that that's my legendary weakness as Max, is my indirect units. The fact that you got to go against Grit, which, as far as I'm aware, honestly, the only thing that really makes a difference to do is not much. Obviously, it depends on money, but if you have the money, the ideal situation between the 2 of them, for me, now, people who are expert players of this game, people who play this game for competitions, you know, YouTubers like Mangs, you know, absolute bald legends, they may have, you know, real advice. But just being a layman, there's really no difference between Max and Grit, because you basically end up using your troops the same way. If you have 2 direct units and 2 indirect units, the difference is going to be is, if possible, what you try to do is take your initial pot shots with your direct units, so that way they do as much damage as possible, since, you know, Max is the way that he is. And then you try to clean it up with your indirect units, since they don't do as much damage anyway. They can, you know, sweep up the rest. The only difference is if you're Grit, you do it the opposite. First, you want to hit them with the indirect, since that is your powerhouse, and then you use your weaker indirect units and sweep it up. As far as the things that you deploy against the computer, unless it's maybe very specific maps, in general, you basically end up doing the same thing with troops no matter what. I could definitely see if it's with another human competitor, you would definitely have to handle it differently. But when it's against the computer in these maps, you're basically going to occupy the maps for the same amount of time. I feel like there's not much time to make a super amount of difference other than taking advantage of the CO powers. You know, I know Colin's not in this game. Or, you know what? No, those characters in Advance Wars 2 are different enough. I'm probably wrong about that. But in this game, there's a lot of characters that it just feels like, I don't want to insult them by saying they're interchangeable, but they're kind of interchangeable. You know, once you have, if it's a longer map where you start deploying massive amounts of units, obviously then you're going to have units that favor specific strengths of any given character. Definitely with Maxie, or not Maxie, sorry, with Sammy. No, it's Sammy, yeah. If I'm using Sammy, I'm going to deploy a lot more mech units than I normally would. I'll still provide heavy vehicles for, the enemy medium tanks and shit like that, but her mech units can get a lot done against the smaller vehicles and against other infantry units, whether they be other mech units themselves or, regular infantry. Her mech units can do a lot. Oh, someone had said hi a little bit ago. Clearly I missed them, but, it is what it is. But yeah, a lot of these maps are small enough and you don't occupy them long enough where I feel like long-term strategy really doesn't matter between the different COs. If you're fighting other human competitors with human minds, that obviously wouldn't make a difference. But in these games, you can interchange a lot of the characters you use. Now, I do know that in certain maps, like the final map, campaign-wise against Sturb, the CO you have definitely does matter, only because he has so many troops that you really have to use individual. But I guess that's what you can do with map design, is that you can make a difference. Because I guess, to be fair, that map, the computer for the Black Hole Army has like 20 different bases to churn out troops and like 4 airports or 2 airports. That one's definitely that kind of map is definitely the exception, not the rule. But, oh well. Next time I will probably have to be Maxi facing Grit, and I'm going to kick his ass. That's what's going to happen. I will be in the same mind, the same frame of mind, same mind state as I am now, and we'll get it done. Hopefully I don't do anything stupid again, because skipping one whole turn and just hitting end, that's going to frustrate me so hard, because Olaf should not have had a chance like that. But he got so much more of a chance, all because I just straight up messed up. Oh, that sucked. Shouldn't have happened. Shouldn't have happened. Shouldn't have happened. Oh. But oh well. Next week I will be back with Mission 6. I will be tipsy, and we're going to have a good time. Same as we did today. But yeah, definitely tune back in. I am playing this a lot later than I wanted to. I normally like to play this. I didn't start till after midnight my time. That shit's crazy. I'm usually starting at like 10:45 p.m., but I definitely wasn't able to. Because like I posted on my little channel posts, and I talked about it earlier in the video. I took my kids to a Halloween light show, and that ended up just making the night go longer than it normally does. But obviously, I don't give a fuck. It's for my kids. They had fun. They enjoyed the pretty lights. Fuck that. I also enjoyed the pretty lights. I'm all good with it. I enjoy the fucking colorful lights. I like the pretty lights. I don't have to be apologetic about that shit. Yeah. Ooh. Had fun there, but that ended up making this go through a lot later than it should have. I normally like to start when it's actually still Saturday where I live. But, can't have everything that we want every day. It's going to suck. My views definitely were lower today than they normally would be. But, listen, I know it's Saturday, but people still want to go to bed. They want to still be asleep early. Fucking pussies. God, I'm going to be tired tomorrow. I think I'll play at least 3 days. Maybe I'll play 3 days in a row of just Final Fantasy IV. I haven't even figured out what game ain't gonna replace Castlevania. Maybe tomorrow I'll take one more Castlevania day and try to see if I can beat the game all in one sitting. Maybe I'll see if I can do that. But aside from that, I don't know what game I want to play. A big consideration for me lately has been Secret of Mana 2 or Seiken Densetsu 3, whatever you want to call it. That has been honestly one of the top of the list for a minute. But I'm not sure what I really want to do with that. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know how I want to do it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's really the game that I want to play, but who knows? There could always be a wild hair that goes up my ass and I end up wanting to play something else, but I'll figure it out. Like I said, I think tomorrow I might play a little bit of Castlevania, and then after that I will stick with Final Fantasy IV. Maybe the whole week, like the main week. Maybe I'll just dedicate to Final Fantasy IV after not getting to play it for more than a week. Maybe that's what I'll do. Just kind of do some makeup. But all right, that's it, guys. I had fun. I had fun fucking up this mission more than I should have. I should not have messed it up the way that I did. But, oh well, that's part of the fun. So, next week, hopefully I do better. So, y'all who just tuned in, I'm getting out of here. Feel free to rewind it. And, if not, be back next Saturday. I'm going to be chilling then. So...